We've broken our transfer record over the last couple of weeks and remained unbeaten in League One. Perhaps we are going to get promoted again. Who knows? Let's find out as we go to Hillsborough today and then start the EFL Trophy with a Captain Goodspeed derby. Let's get into it. Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more Football Manager 2024 and another part of non-league to Champions League with South Shields. Today we take on Sheffield Wednesday in probably the biggest stadium we've ever played in, Hillsborough, before taking on Stockport County away from home in the EFL Trophy in what I like to call the Captain Goodspeed Derby. And if you don't know why it's called the Captain Goodspeed Derby, you need to go back a few episodes, or you just need to be a better fan of the channel. How dare you not be that good a fan of the channel? Right. Anyway, since you were last with me, things have gone rather well. Let's have a look at who we've brought in. Of course, we brought in Ollie Norburn in the last episode. We've also brought in Killian Kouassi, not the right Killian. I did ask the director of football, look, go and sign Killian, and he brought this guy, Killian Kouassi, 23-year-old English striker. He's a bit of a target man, to be honest with you. Hasn't scored the most amount of goals in his career, but definitely a decent backup option. He's a good League 2 player, could become a good League 1 player in the right circumstances, but somebody that you can bring on for a little bit different towards the end of the match. And this guy has broken our transfer record. £84,000 we have spent on Will Mannion. Probably the first signing that we've actually spent money on, I would suggest. £84,000. He's come in from Cambridge United. He's been playing in this division for the last few years. Is a very solid goalkeeper. He's not going to come straight into the side because Miles Boney has been incredible this season so far, but is a good EFL League 2 League 1 player. He's only 28 years old, so certainly somebody that we can keep around for the next few years. And we signed Hamid Abdul Salem as a backup right back to John Lefudu. He is apparently better than Lefudu, but we all know that that's not true. Was playing for Bristol City in the Championship over the last couple of seasons. Jed Abbey has gone out on loan this season. He was complaining about not getting enough first team football, so unfortunately we have had to let him go out on loan. He's had a 4.6 in his first game. That's pretty dreadful, isn't it? Oh my word. I mean, who were they playing for that to happen? I mean, I'm assuming it's not this match where that occurred, but goodness me, a 4.6. Ollie Webb, one of our young prospects, he's gone out on loan to Droylsden. Hopefully he'll get some good first team football and score some good goals this season. And Isaac Heath has left to join Chesterfield for £35,000 in League 2. Had an okay start to last season, but found his place under threat, and probably wouldn't have played much football ever again for us. So it sort of made sense to cash in on him while we could and bring in a good goalkeeper instead, which was a position we needed to strengthen. We've still got money to spend on deadline day. We're trying to bring in 3 loan signings. Joe Bellingham is one of them. Sam Raksaki and Henry Fieldson, trying to bring back the old gang from Sunderland, and we'll see what comes of that. But hopefully it will all turn out rather lovely. But since you were last with me, this is how things have gone. We drew 2-2 with Reading. We were 2-0 down in that match, but Ethan Wheatley, a brace from Ethan Wheatley, got us back into it. And then we went and beat Notts County 3-0, absolutely thrashed them. Ethan Wheatley, Kouya and Adam Lewis on the score sheet there. And for some reason, the schedule view isn't working as intended. But Ethan Wheatley has scored in all 4 matches so far this year. The match against Lincoln City was postponed due to a waterlogged pitch. So despite the fact that we are a game behind everybody else, we are in 4th place in League One at the moment, firmly within the playoff position. And if we win today against Sheffield Wednesday, then who knows? We could even be in an automatic promotion slot. But it's very early days so far. The media have been a little bit kinder to us. They think we're still going to get relegated, but now only in 22nd place rather than 23rd. Okay, let's get ourselves into today's match then and see how we get on. Miles Boney will continue in goal with Lafuru, Nalo, Adekuni and Lewis in defence. We've got Whittaker and Hayden in defensive midfield positions with Thomas Ince in the middle and Motley Henry and Kuyar supporting Ethan Wheatley up top. So here we go then. Mully's back on the bench as well, which is good to see. Obviously, he had a pretty nasty injury, broken lower leg, just as he was getting into some really fantastic form last season in League Two. But hopefully we'll come back and be just as strong. And I'm really hoping that injury to him hasn't affected his development. But we'll see. We'll give him a go today, probably later on in the match. But away to Hillsborough. Big stadium, obviously not very well attended for a big club in League One. They're not going to pack out their stadium too much, but we've just got to give it our absolute all today and try not to be overawed by the experience. So here we go then. Sheffield Wednesday, and I think this will be a good sort of sight of how good this team is and how good it can be. Here's Whittaker on the ball, finds Hayden, and we're pushing Sheffield Wednesday back already. And here's Adam Lewis now on the ball. He whips it into the middle. Wheatley was there, couldn't do anything with it. It's back to Hayden though, and this attack isn't finished just yet. Isaac Hayden whips it in, and it is an attempt by Motley Henry, but he couldn't quite get his noggin on it, and it still remains 0-0, but a very positive start for the Mariners there. That's what we're talking about. Very, very good start. And we could have scored, and maybe that's something that we need to work on this season, because there was points at last season where we weren't taking chances and we were getting away with it. And I said this at the start of last year, we need to take our chances if we want to do well this season. And I think that's what we did so well in the second half of last year, was taking our chances and getting all 3 points when we deserved them. Here's Lewis, gets it to Adekuni, now to Thomas Ince. Thomas Ince forward, but that's not the best pass. And he's not had a great start of the season, Thomas Ince, considering he ripped up League Two in the second half of last season. I thought he would start this year with a bit of momentum, but hasn't been quite the same player. Here's McGee into the middle. It goes, and Miles Boney comes out very, very solid. He's looked the best he's ever looked this year. He really has. He's pulled off some excellent saves, and as I said, I think in the last episode, usually when the when the ball's on target, it goes in because he doesn't save the ball too much. But he has been sensational this year. I think he's on a 7.6 average rating. There's Motley Henry, and Motley Henry scores. Speaking of a guy that's come through the leagues with Miles Boney, he really has been quite amazing, Dylan Motley Henry. And of course, we very nearly lost out on him at the end of season 1, didn't we? Because we couldn't renew his contract. But he stayed with us, he stuck by us, and he's had his reward now. Not sure what's quite going on here, but the game's sort of frozen here. Let me see if I can fix it. Okay, I think I've fixed it. It just started playing again. As soon as I paused the video, that's what seemed to happen. Anyway, here's Lewis with a chance from the free kick, and he scored an incredible direct free kick in the last match. So that's something we're going to enjoy watching this year, I think. A few direct free kick goals, which hasn't really happened since the Sir Robert Briggs National League days. Here's Motley Henry on the ball, cuts inside. Motley Henry still going. He's seen Mully on the bench today, and he's gone, oh, hang on a minute, he's back from injury. I'm going to have to actually start playing. And he's looking very, very good, which is nice to see. Right, half-time it is. Wheatley hasn't scored yet, so don't know what's going on, but he's had quiet games in the past and then scored a hat-trick within 10 minutes, so it doesn't really mean anything. We'll just see how it goes in the second half. It's booted clear. There's a header towards Nallo. It's now Whittaker on the ball, finds Lafudu on the right-hand side, who, again, is having a good game. Here's Motley Henry, Lafudu again. Lafudu now bursting down the right. It's Motley Henry, and Lafudu's got it back. And here is John Lafudu. Still going John Lafudu, and there's Wheatley. And, well, maybe that's a sign that Wheatley's not going to score today. So we're going to bring him off. I'm going to put Paul Glatzel up top. Kuyar is going to come off as well. We're going to put Motley Henry on the left. We're going to bring Mully on the right-hand side and see if he can rediscover his fine form. And then we'll have a little think about some other players we could bring in. Tom Ince is the big one. You know, do we bring him off? I don't know. Here he is now. Tom Ince finds Mully. Here's Paul Glatzel on the ball. This is a chance for Glatzel. He's pushing forward, shoots, and it's a great save. Forces a good save from the goalkeeper. It was a good run, that. I wasn't expecting him to shoot. But here's another corner, and it's going to be Ince this time, who whips it in. And, well, Adekunle was there. He has Ince back into Mully, and now we could be caught on the counter-attack here. Sukunza still going. This is a good run from Sheffield Wednesday, but what a tackle from Adam Lewis. What a signing he has been, by the way. Very, very happy with him. What do we want to do? Do we want to bring in Ollie Norburn into the middle? I think we do, probably. Let's put Ollie Norburn in the middle of the park. Who else have we got? I don't know. I think that's pretty good, to be fair. 20 minutes to go. Let's see if we can hang on to this. We're going to go balanced. And, yeah, this would move us into automatic promotion position, which would be absolutely incredible. Here is Motley Henry on the left-hand side, finds Lewis. Lewis forward to Whittaker now. Whittaker on the ball, finds Motley Henry again. Motley Henry still going, whips it into the middle, and there's Mully. And, well, Motley Henry has set up his arch nemesis for a goal there. That was quite incredible, wasn't it? Whittaker was there. He almost scored. I mean, this run, the Segundo Volante has just been awesome to have in the side. Motley Henry into the middle, and, yeah, Whittaker was shoved down, but Mully was there, and he makes it 2-0, and in front of this fairly modest Hillsborough crowd. I think we've done it, folks. I really do think we've done it. Right, we are going to swap Edgar for Lewis there. I think that's should have worked. Oh, he's gone for Motley Henry instead. What? I'm a bit confused by that, but anyway, we'll move Lewis forward and we'll have Edgar in his normal position. Here's Boney being pressured. Adekunle. Edgar finds Lewis now. Lewis forward to Edgar. Edgar doing all right in this left wing position. Look at this from Adam Edgar. Adam Edgar! Oh, my word. He found himself in an unfamiliar position there, but nearly made it 3-0. That was crazy. Right, Lewis whips it in. And, well, I thought that might be a penalty, Jeff. Here's Glatzel. Glatzel on the ball. Whips it back now to Isaac Hayden. And now here's Jack Whittaker. Jack Whittaker with a chance. It's Norburn. Hayden. Here's Lewis. Now Whittaker. Lewis again. It's Nallo. Nallo forward. Header back. Norburn's there. Here's Glatzel. Glatzel inside. Glatzel shoots and Paul Glatzel scores. Oh, that could be the start of something very special. What a goal that was. And Ollie Norburn with the assist. And somehow we're 3-0 up, folks. I have no idea how we're doing this. I really don't. We are punching above our weight quite spectacularly. But Paul Glatzel with a fabulous finish makes it 3-0. And, well, it could be more here because here's Ollie Norburn into the middle. It's headed away. It's Mully again. Mully into Norburn. Norburn drags it back and Norburn scores himself. 4-0. Quite unbelievable. How are we doing this? We're away from home against one of the biggest teams outside of the Premier League, really. You know, if you think of history and their name within football, Sheffield Wednesday are up there. And we are absolutely hammering them. 4-0 it ends. We've got to just keep enjoying this while it lasts, because this will not last forever. And someday we will hit some sort of stumbling block. And it might well be in the next match against Stockport County. But Glatzel, man of the match performance for him, which is great, because he came on to replace Wheatley. And you know, he's not going to get too many starts this season straight away. He's probably got potential to go on and even be better than Wheatley, you would imagine. But we shall see. He's done well so far, hasn't he? Bless his cotton socks. But yeah, what was the attendance there? 22,000. I feel like that's probably the biggest crowd we've ever played in front of. 7,000 more than Reading, and we have absolutely hammered the home team. Unbelievable what is happening here, folks. Well, I thought we'd make a few little changes for the match against Stockport County. Will Mannion will come in and make his debut in goal. Abdul Salem will come in on the right-hand side. Adam Edgar, left-back. Ollie Norburn in defensive midfield. And Mully makes his starting return in the squad. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes, actually, because it could be an absolute disaster. And that'll sort of confirm that maybe we need to stick with the team that we have been doing so far. Obviously, Lafudu would have normally played. However, he is a player that was struggling with his fitness. So we're going to Edgeley Park. I used to live probably 3 minutes away from Edgeley Park. In Stockport, live somewhere else in Stockport now, but this is a very interesting match, and obviously very cool to be here. It certainly doesn't look like this. I don't know what this bit is over here. Looks like a very modern Stockport. I suppose we're many years in the future, so it may well happen. Who knows? But yeah, that's why it's called the Captain Goodspeed Derby. Obviously, born and bred in South Shields, live in Stockport. So we're going to have at least 3 of these this year. So I'm looking forward to all of them, and hopefully we manage to get a result, because last time Stockport absolutely controlled us. We were in League Two. It was about a year ago now, and that was in the EFL Cup, so the Carabao Cup. And this one probably not as high on the priority list. Absolutely nobody has turned up to watch it, which is a shame. I think I got a message saying 20 South Shields fans were coming to make the journey, which is a shame. I mean, I don't actually believe that. I think South Shields fans would come to an EFL trophy match, because they'd just be absolutely pinching themselves that they're in this position. It's 1-0 Stockport, by the way. Mannion didn't really make himself big enough in goal, which is interesting, very interesting. But we're heading towards half time, and they've looked the better team so far, it has to be said. But yeah, I do feel like they'd be absolutely pinching themselves that they're up in League One. They'd just go and support the team anyway, anywhere and anyhow, really. When there's the ball forward, it heads towards Edgar. Edgar back now to Mannion, who boots it clear, but was intercepted. But Whittaker gets there. Here's Mully on the ball. Mully still going. By the way, we did manage to get Fieldson in on loan until the end of the season. He joined on deadline day. Raksaki inexplicably chose to join League Two Shrewsbury over us. And Joe Bellingham just wasn't interested, which is fair enough. His brother is probably the best player in the world at this point. So why would he want to come and play for lowly South Shields? Here's Wheatley on the ball. Wheatley still pushing forward, and that is wide. But we've grown into the game a little bit here. Starting to look a little bit more solid defensively, and at least winning the ball back, which has got to be said. And I'm loving these interceptions this year. I'm seeing it a lot more this year than we were in previous years. Oh, Mannion nearly lobbed with a header there. That would have been embarrassing for him on his debut. Well, look at this. I mean, there's nobody in this stand here. I don't really know what's going on. Here's Croy into Al Ajmi. Oh, this isn't good. This feels like Stockport 2-0. Oh, excellent save from Mannion there, actually. And, well, Edgar was to blame, apparently. So, half-time. Terrible so far. Anybody having a poor game? Kuyar's not playing well again. So, we're going to put Adam Lewis on that left-hand side. And we're actually going to put Glatzel up top again, because he had a burst of energy in the last match. And I'm thinking possibly swapping out Tom Ince again. But yeah, we would like to stay in this competition as long as possible. We got Peterborough in this group and Newcastle under 21. So I feel like we've had a bit of a harsh draw this time, considering we had a League One side and 2 League Two sides in our last one. Here's Glatzel anyway. Finds Edgar on the left-hand side. That's forward to Lewis now. Lewis with the ball. Whips it into Jack Whittaker. That is over the bar. That was a very, very lackadaisical shot. Not quite good enough, really. And yeah, we can't afford to keep missing those chances. And it's 2-0. It is 2-0. Right. What can we do to try and switch this up? Tom Ince is going to come off. Hayden's going to come on as well. So we've got Sir Robert Briggs coming into the fray. And we're going to put Motley Henry on the right-hand side. Yeah, gutted. Here's Nallo. Finds Mully. Whittaker. Mully again. Mully still going here. Oh, it's a corner. And now the changes are going to come on. We're going to actually berate the boys because they've been pretty pathetic today. You know, other than a couple of chances, we've really not performed. And, you know, maybe we need to think about that and not play our strong side in these matches. If they're not up for it, then let's just not play the youth team and get out of this competition. Here's Collett. Oh my God, 3-0. 3-0, folks. Yeah, it might be an opportunity to have a look at our so-called golden generation in these matches. I mean, Stockport County shouldn't be beating us by this much. This is a dreadful result in the Captain Goodspeed derby, but it happened last time as well. FM is listening to us. Oh, here's Edgar. Edgar still on the ball, and it's cleared. Here's Hayden now. Hayden finds Robert Briggs to Edgar. Edgar into the middle, and there it goes into the back of the net, and it's Adam Lewis again, who, I tell you what, I think could be signing of the season, actually. Hayden, obviously, a very important player, but yeah, Adam Lewis just seems to be always in the right places. So, very happy to have signed him. And, well, it was 3-1 last year, 3-1 this year. Honestly, it just confuses me greatly. It really does. Anyway, let's have a little look. So, Mannion makes his debut. Didn't play that well, to be fair. 6.5 average rating for him. But, yeah, it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. When are we going to come back? Let's have a little look. So there's, you know, the likes of Portsmouth in this division. I think we'll come back for possibly Wickham and Peterborough next time. Because, yeah, we're playing all the sort of old Premier League sides a little bit later on in the year. We'll probably do Stockport County and Derby County after that. And then maybe Portsmouth and Peterborough, depending on where we're at. But there's some very interesting matches, and we're doing very well as it is, so I'm quite happy. Let's just keep going with our league form. That's got to be the priority ultimately. We need to stay in League One, and although we've had a very, very positive start, I'm certainly looking down the table rather than up the table this season, because I think that performance against Stockport County, that's probably more like what it's going to be in most of the matches. But anyway, we can hold out hope. If you've enjoyed it, give it a massive thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more Football Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.